what's your thought process as you're going out there for that final kick?
Yeah, I mean, I don't think I could have write a cooler script, for myself. But obviously, that kick at home against Green Bay bothered us. Just how we finished that game. I feel like they got us on a play that you can argue whatever it was. We didn't like it how it was done to us, and it was a taste that was in my mouth for weeks leading up to this. And I got on my knees, my wife and my mom this week, and I prayed to have a moment to kick a game-winning field goal. I specifically prayed for that, and I don't want to push religion on anybody, but it's glory to God in my perspective to have that happen. And everything that I've gone through the weeks following up to that, I think it gave me strength, everything to be ready for a moment like this. So I was super confident. Just so happy that DJ was able to get that catch and kind of bounce back from the play that I'm sure he was upset about. And just for us to finish the game like that, finish the season like that, we're a resilient team that has fought throughout every game, and at times it didn't seem like we were in games, but no one stopped fighting, and we lost a bunch of close games. So to learn how to win, especially at a tough place like this against a team that plays really hard against us, we play hard against, it means a lot, a growth for our players.
Specific to that kick, what were the conditions that you had to navigate on that one?
Yeah, it was against the wind. The wind was flying better the other direction. McManus and I were hitting longer field goals that way, coming up short, towards that tunnel. But I once I saw myself making, I think, a 53 that way in warm-ups, I knew I had that and a few more in a situation where the adrenaline was going to take over like it does on a game-winning. So we just, once we got into a 51, I just worried about putting the ball through.
Cairo, we saw you before the game kicking into that end zone and coming way short.
Yeah.
Was that just a result of the cold and the wind, or were you just not loosened up?
Yeah, the wind just kind of swirling back in your face, sometimes more across, sometimes to their sideline. Mostly it was towards our sideline, that direction. And I was just trying to figure out how to hit the ball. Obviously I wanted to still have good height on the ball, but it was coming up short. So how much can I really lower the trajectory to make sure it doesn't they don't have a chance to block it. So I was just testing that way, and then coming up short. But I know that happens, and I can kind of get a feedback why it was short, and it was just the trajectory of the ball and the wind. But if we got a favorable condition, which towards the end of the game it wasn't as windy as the warm up, I felt like I had enough to clear. Like I said, it just kind of goes back to I think 55. I think I could have hit that from that way just because of the adrenaline, and the wind helped that it wasn't blowing straight in my face, but it was towards the end where the ball was traveling shorter.
As you're getting closer to the potential opportunity, does it actually go through your head that you have a chance at redemption? I mean, I imagine that has to, or no?
It does, yeah. I mean, to be honest, you're already kind of building that scenario, even for weeks. And throughout the week, Hightower and I talked with the specialist how, just prepare yourself for this moment, because in football it can happen. So sometimes you don't get that chance, but you at least you prepared yourself mentally to that moment. And when it happens, it's a little bit of a blur, because you don't think about wow, it's happening. You just kind of already replay that play in your head, and then you just go and do it. So it's pretty cool, and so cool to be a part of, to do that in this stadium.
A couple more, please. Did you plan for the Lambeau League? How'd that go?
No, I didn't, and I just happened to be down there and found an opportunity, but I didn't try that hard because I knew I was going to get denied, and immediately I got pushed in the helmet and got denied. But no, I didn't plan for any of it. I just wanted to let my emotions out, and I think a lot of it was leading up all these weeks from the first time we played him, and I just let it out in best soccer celebration and my normal celebration, and it's the last game of the season, so I just let it out, and keep the Lambeau leap successful for next time I try it.
Cairo, on the 2-point conversion earlier when the team doesn't try it again, what was Thomas Brown, HD, what was that conversation like to send the kicking unit out for the PAT instead?
It was kind of happy. Like I heard that we were planning to go for 2 from leading up to that drive, and so I was already prepared that I wasn't going to kick the extra point. So not really sure like what the communication was to then kick the extra point. But I just have to stay ready for every moment, So I didn't really hear like what the reasoning was. I just have to go when they call for field goal.
You're not on the punt return team, obviously, but you know all those guys pretty well. What was it like for you to watch that play work?
Yeah, I mean, I'm in all the special teams meetings, obviously, all throughout the week. So just seeing Hightower install that, and the work that you guys did throughout the season to get every detail right, DJ acting right, and Blackwell executing, the block executing. Hightower has been unbelievable this season. Just kind of when things not going our way, that he teaches how to keep fighting, and I think that because he oversees so much of the team in special teams meeting, guys respond well to his messages, and for us to execute the game plan in that play, in the game-winning kick, it was and Torrey getting the record for net and gross punting, super cool. All that HT has been kind of making sure we stay with those goals in mind, along all the ups and downs of the season. So just proud of HT how the game played out for him too.
Thanks, guys.
Yeah, thank you guys.